to screen share my.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You're live.
Put me on the screen. I can't see myself on the screen. Okay. Hey guys, it's Tom from Resale America. My YouTube channel is Liquidation Motivation. This channel is all about eBay, Amazon, pallets, truckloads, bin stores, liquidation stores, consignment shops, but most of all, building wealth. We got my man Damien coming on again today. I think we just sent him a link, so we're just waiting for him to join us. Damien is what we call one of the young guns in the industry. He has a store called Nice Finds up in, I believe it's up in Illinois, Chicago area. And he also does some brokering. I know he partners with Colton Carlson. So, hopefully if you guys have any questions or comments, concerns, you want to ask Damien today. I am trying to screen share my, my computer because I am bidding on a auction right now, a storage unit auction. I just want to make sure, I don't know why I got logged out of that. Stanley got hacked this weekend. So Stanley got hacked. His email got hacked. That's messed up all of our channels. There he is. There's Damien on there. So we're gonna link him right in there. Let me see what's going on with. You sent that link to my Facebook page?
No, to email.
To my email. All right. Let me check my email.
There you go.
Why am I not? Oh, can they hear me?
Yeah, they can still.
You can hear me? Is the volume working? Everybody check volume. Make sure my volume's working. I got Damien waiting here in the wings.
What's up, guys?
What's happening, my man?
Technical difficulties. Sorry, my mic wasn't doing what it was supposed to.
Hey, it's all good. We're a couple minutes behind here anyways, but we are live, Damien, so don't say anything that you're not supposed to say.
Something I'd say in private, right?
That's right. So how you doing, buddy? How's business going? How's everything going up there in the north? Is it getting freaking cold up there, man? Now you know why.
It's freezing, man. It's like 48 degrees out right now. It was really, really tough getting up in the morning nowadays. But, business is good. Business is definitely picking up in Q4. That's pretty much just been our main focus in the last month or so, just getting ready for that Q4, that, Black Friday, Halloween, Christmas shopping extravaganza, I guess. How about you guys?
No, it's kind of weird because my last week in my bin store was kind of slow for me, and I thought I had decent product. And then I talked to, I don't know if my old manager opened up his own bin store, and it's tiny, man. It's really small, like 1,500 square feet. And he said he did like a $7,000 day. I'm like, wow, that's great, man.
That's really
great.
Good. That's awesome.
So and he buys the inventory from me. So I'm like, why did he do so much better than I did? And I had to figure that answer out. He like doubled my sales. So
how far are you guys from each other? Distance wise?
Yeah, we're quite a ways away. So he's I mean, we're like 50 miles away, each one of my stores. My two stores are like this part of the state. He's like right in the middle. So
okay.
So it's not that, but I got to figure it out. Hey, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Somebody put in our bin store co-op, has anybody seen the e-waste, the Amazon e-waste? Now, is that something we're not really allowed to talk about in the industry? Because I've heard people say, don't talk about it. You can talk about it, but that's the actual e-scrap that happens. So.
Yeah, that's, it's waste and scrap. That's the name of it, right? I believe it's stuff that should be getting recycled and should be going into other means and not being resold. And I think that's the kind of the backdoor market that nobody really wants to talk about. I've never seen those pallets and never brought them in, but I do know they exist, and I do know a lot of people make a lot of good money off of them. But it's definitely a gray area and definitely a shady area, I would say.
Yeah. So I've bought them before. I've actually bought an Amazon and CVS before. From an organization that says don't talk about them. No, they never said don't talk about them, but I used to bring them in, but that got cut off for about 6 or 8 months. But now I've seen them again, so I'm I really like them, man. I like them. I get a lot of value out of them. So
because I just heard that it's great electronics that should be getting recycled, and they're getting let out the back door and end up on the secondary market, right? That's kind of how I'm understanding it.
So I buy CVS high piece count loads from Inmar.
Do you use those for the bin store? Do you like using?
Yeah,
those
I do. Yeah, I mean, my cost of goods is about 80 cents a piece. You know, we're averaging. I think I normally pay 8% of retail. Now, although CVS retail is a little higher than, let's say, Walmart's retail, I pay 8% of retail. So I'm typically at about 80 cents an item for a $10 item, and that's probably the average cost. But I like them. I like them. They're clean. You know, it's not like Walmart. You see the Walmart with all the stickered stuff. This is clean, fresh off the shelves. I love it. I buy it straight from Inmar.
Now, my question is, do you drop it into your Resale America store and then distribute the rest into bin stores, or do you just drop a truckload into the bin stores and just run
We're
with
about
that
50.
truckload?
We're fit. You know, what I do is I go through a pallet. Let's say there's 100. Like the other day, we got like the DNA tests, right? There's 100
nice.
DNA tests in a pallet.
eBay, huh?
I might take like 30 and put them in my store and then drop the rest in my bin store. So I do fill my big store first, and then everything else goes to the bin store. So I don't, you know, and then I also have eBay. So you normally get like the the $100 toothbrushes and stuff like that. So
Yes.
that
Is
stuff
there
will
a
go to
good eBay on those or no?
Yeah, you get, I mean, you know, one time we got like 300 bottles of like high-end colognes, you know, $200 colognes. It's all good stuff at 8% and straight from Inmar. So I got pretty lucky. But you know what I noticed, Damien, is that I think that they're having a tougher time moving it because they just offered it at 6%. And so I bought a new load at 6% the other day.
I might have to check it out because there is a facility an hour and 10 minutes away from us here in Aurora. I mean, it's right across the state line and it's literally right there. And I've just always been beating around it and just never pulled the trigger, but I might have to. I mean, if you're saying that there's some eBay on it, because that's our biggest thing, right? My philosophy is that I need to cover the cost of each pallet on the truckload by pulling some stuff out for eBay, right? And then the bin store can do the rest of the magic. But if there's no eBay on the load, then I kind of struggle in, you know, just justifying by bringing it in because there's other loads available that could go on eBay.
Yeah, I get it,
So
man.
the
I get it.
I mean, so how's the piece count on those? Is it very, very high, I would assume?
It's all high piece count. And, you know, so they also sell seasonal, but I'd recommend not buying their seasonal after Valentine's Day because then you get those, you know, the Valentine's Day, you know, the things the kids give away in school. So you get like 10 million of those. But like after like Halloween, it's good stuff. After Christmas, it's good stuff. It's, you know, so it's just stay away from the Valentine's Day seasonal because, man, or Easter seasonal because then you get pallets full of eggs, right, that nobody wants. You can't move. But
what would you say the time lapse would be between a season happening like Halloween or Christmas or Valentine's Day? You know, a holiday pops up. How long does it take for those to end up on a truckload? I guess for that overstock.
I would say, you know, a month or two, probably a couple months. Then it's all kind of weeded out of their stores, you know. But I mean, I love seasonal. I love buying I have to buy Christmas right after Christmas. I have to buy Halloween right after Halloween. It's just that you probably witnessed it where you just get too much crap in a load, right? Too much Easter, and you're like, God, I don't need 10,000 of the the Easter or the Valentine's Day cards, you know. So that, you know, that it gets a little trying at that time, but certainly you can get seasonal at a cheaper value, and it's a good deal. So I mean, right now I'm buying air conditioners right now. I'm buying truckloads of air conditioners right now. Fortunately, I'm in Florida, so I can still sell them during the winter time. But come spring, come summer, they're all going to be gone.
Blow them out.
I love stuff like that. I love HVAC stuff. And when I was in New York, it was air conditioners and heaters. I bought everyone I could, or fans, because I bought everyone I could because they always sell.
And then you just store it and wait for 6 months, and you just store it and wait on the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. But air conditioners, you can resell them at 60 to 70% of retail. But you can only buy them during the summertime at probably 40% of retail, which there's no margin in that, right? You can't make money on that. You can't pay your bills on that. But now I'm buying them at 10% right now, 10% loads. So that's a steal. That's a bargain.
That's amazing. While everyone's looking for heaters, right?
Heaters up your way, certainly. My way, no.
Man, it's so cold, man. I'm not used to it. Not used to it at all.
Hey, I'm going to New York City Sunday. I'm flying up to New York City for an NFT convention.
Ooh, nice.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I do. I know what NFTs are. I'm not involved in them. I'm not invested in them. But definitely a very interesting topic.
Yeah. So that's part of my blockchain and crypto. What's up, ladies? How you doing?
So we can do this while you're on the air?
What are you doing?
Come on, Dave.
Uh-oh. I got my managers coming in. They wanna say something here.
So this is
Rhonda and Diana, they run the big
Hi,
store. They
Rhonda.
run Resale America.
Hi. This is from all of us at Resale America. Tell you how much we appreciate you. And the same with you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Nope, not over here. Nope, not behind here. Nope, here either. Look at that, an Olive Garden gift card. Look at this. Oh, there you are. Great friends
Thank
like
you.
your.
Thank
Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
you were here yesterday. I'll give it to you yesterday.
We had our 2-year anniversary of our store, Damien. So
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Tomorrow.
Officially tomorrow, but we did it Saturday. But I was coaching football, so I wasn't around to.
Which store? The bin store?
No, our big Resale America, our
The
big
big
store.
store was it was in August, but we were doing it when Bing took over.
Yeah,
And that's November 11th.
November 11th. All right,
Yeah, so we'll do something for him there.
awesome. Hey, tell Bing to come in here a minute if he's still here. Okay, I don't know if he's left yet. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
I mean,
actually. So wait, when was your 2-year?
It's tomorrow, I believe, is our 2-year anniversary of our great big store. We opened actually right before Corona, so in October before Corona. So we were eligible for that PPP money, so that was good.
That's how you're buying all those NFTs. Now the truth comes out.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. As a business owner, the government's response with the PPP, if you ran your business legit and you had everybody on payroll and did everything, it definitely helped. Definitely helped. And so my business, my Resale America, certainly dipped during Corona. Certainly bad dip during Corona. But like the restaurants I opened up in New York exploded, but they still gave you out that free money. And I mean, it was life-changing money.
I agree, 100%. Great response, because small businesses definitely needed it, right, to cover actually paychecks and help people out. The only problem I would have with that is that there wasn't enough, I guess, due diligence when people were applying, and a lot of people were taking advantage of it. A lot. Like people that never even had a business started opening up LLCs and scamming the government. So hopefully they crack down on them sooner rather than later. But that was the only drawback that I've seen from those.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But
I actually talked to a buddy from New York, and he said that New York restaurants are just done. Like the delis and all that, those small shops in New York nowadays are just going out of business. He's like, I walk down the block and it's literally like 2 or 3 a week that's just closing down. So unfortunate.
Yeah, so my restaurants are in upstate New York.
Okay.
And just the rules that they have up there in New York, everything was different. Especially, I mean, it's a lot better now, but during the virus, it was, you could everybody had to be 6 feet. You had to have plastic stanchions, the mask. You couldn't walk in a restaurant without a mask on. You couldn't, if you weren't drinking a drink, they made you put a mask on after every drink. I mean, it was just a pain in the ass. It was just horrible. And
regulations versus like the upstate versus the city, are they different? Are they a little bit more lax?
No.
Or?
Well, I think Mayor de Blasio, I believe is his name, added some extras on there. But New York State versus Florida versus New York State was totally different. Totally different. Yeah. And but what I noticed in my restaurant was that my restaurant is more like a bar and grill, more like an Applebee's. My restaurants, and I had a younger clientele, but the older clientele restaurants went out of business, right? Because older people weren't going out to dinner anymore, right? The younger people were like, I need to get out of my freaking house, and and they were coming to the restaurant, so they were lining up to get in there. They were lining up taking takeout. I ordered more takeout during that time than any time in my life, right? And it's kind of like
something to do, right?
Right. I mean, you don't want to sit home and cook every meal, right? So now I created that habit, right? So now I'm getting Uber Eats like 3 times a week right at home. You're like, kids, go. Where do you want to order from tonight? So
No,
it's changed everything, man. It's changed everything. So, hey, if anybody has any questions for Damien, put them down in the comments below. I believe that we do have a couple questions coming in here, Damien. Well, first of all, tell me, Damien, so you have the bin store.
Yep.
And then you guys are brokering loads now?
Yeah, definitely. Pretty much after Vegas, that was our main goal. That was 2 months ago already, which is crazy, man. Crazy how time flies when you're having fun at the bin store. But
Right.
so we're focusing on pretty much opening up a brokerage, brokering and selling more trucks, and also the e-commerce side. Trying to grow our eBay and trying to grow our Amazon into pretty much to levels that can surpass the store sales, which is not an easy
Yeah.
feat. But we just demolished some walls. We're constructing at the store. We're moving some things around to expand our warehouse to create a bigger back room per se. To open up more space for e-commerce and to bring in other inventory. That's why I was asking about that CVS loads, because just kind of want to diversify now, right? Just a lot of Amazon, a lot of Target. Would not mind bringing in some stuff in. Have you ever bought a Pottery Barn load?
Never.
Oh my God, Tom, Jesus Christ. I have never seen a load like this in my life. It was the most amazing. Well, I didn't get a load. I got like 7-8 pallets. Hands down, the best pallets I've ever seen.
Really?
One of our resellers, this is mind blowing to me. She came in, she bought I had like $200-300 worth of like sheets and drapes. Came back 2 weeks later, and she shows me her eBay account. She's like, "Thanks to you guys, I cashed in $7,000." I was like, Jesus Christ, how did you do that? And so she's just an expert in Pottery Barn, I guess. And she started listing all these drapes and all these, tablecloths and all these things. They're going for 100-150 each, right? And a pallet cost us like $600. So that was a steal.
That's a good deal.
I've been trying to get that deal. Like, I hit this guy up every 3 days, and it's been very rare and a big no every time. But that was my biggest score to date. I would say that those Pottery Barn pallets were insane.
There you go. So that's a BOL, guys. Be on the lookout for Pottery Barn truckloads. That's awesome. That's great advice, man. That's great advice. Yeah, I'm pretty fortunate because my CVS warehouse is like 6 miles down the road in Mars.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can buy a lot of stuff from there. There are a lot of other people brokering the loads out of that warehouse. But what they also have in there is Walmart. But the guy that handles the Walmart won't even talk to me. He won't even respond to me. They must have somebody. Have you ever dealt with that? Like somebody who controls a load just has enough buyers and they don't want to deal with anybody else?
100%. I would say that's half the time. Where they're just like, they have their steady buyers, they have their steady customers, and they don't want to mess up with those relationships. Because the minute they take on an extra customer is the minute they kind of run into the risk of running out of product for their consistent customers, right? And I think that's actually a big part, I would say, of the problem in this industry is that people just jump around, right? And I don't blame them, because I would do the same thing. They don't stick to the same supplier. Like buyers don't stick to the same supplier. So then suppliers have a really tough time in bringing in new buyers, because if they're just a one-time buy, there's really no point in spending time and effort in building out that relationship, maybe hooking you up on a deal, knowing that next week you're just going to go to the guy across the street. Right. So I think that's kind of a double-sided sword.
Yeah, I have heard it from 2 different brokers. A lady that owns a big, I don't know if she's a contract holder, but she has all the Amazon pallets that you could dream of here in Florida, calls me and wants me to come visit her. I visit her. I've dealt with her before, but she's like, "Don't tell anybody about me. Don't tell anybody about me." I'm like, okay. I mean, so apparently, and then I had another guy, his name is Mike from 4G. He does some brokering, a lot of brokering. And he said, "Don't bring me any new customers, because I don't want to have to teach them the business."
Yeah.
I just want OGs that know what they're doing, that aren't going to bitch every time they get an order.
Yeah.
But
Could have said it better myself. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. And let's say you're in the business for 20 years, where a lot of people think this is a brand new industry, and then all these brokers popped up in the last year or two. There is some really, really old school guys out there that have been doing this for 30 plus years. And those are the guys you want to get in bed with, I would say. Those are the guys that know what they're doing. And they just don't want to take the risk of selling, 4 pallets, making $50 a pallet, and then getting blown up on Facebook or Google reviews that, that person didn't quadruple their money, right? And that's exactly what happens.
Right.
I,
No, I get
I
it.
would blame liquidation motivation and nice fine YouTube videos for getting everyone to go get out there and start hustling. But
It's
yeah,
like a double-edged sword, isn't it? It's a double-edged sword
100%.
because you're like, oh, you're telling everybody the secrets of the industry, but yet, some people get mad at me because I talk about this stuff. I mean, did you hear? I got a cease and desist letter from Good 360
Oh shit!
for
Why is
talking
that?
about them in my videos. But in order,
Cease and desist. So what are they going to make you cease and desist your channel?
no, stop
What?
talking about them. They're saying that I'm defaming them because I'm spreading false information. But I'm going to tell you, I can prove everything that I've said. I mean, I'm going to try to restrict from talking about them, because
Sure.
I don't need to go to court. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of impact
crazy.
our
So they're
channels are
watching
doing.
your videos, man. So they're
Yeah,
literally watching your
exactly.
videos. It's amazing. It means you're
Yeah.
getting places.
But defamation, right? You have to be spreading negative thoughts and speech. And I'm not lying about anything, man. I'm not lying about anything, but I am going to refrain from talking about them as much. But
It's not worth the trouble. But
yeah, I don't need to. I mean, I guess I can afford to pay a lawyer, but I don't want to go down that road if I don't have to. Bing, get up here, man. Give Bing a microphone. So I got Bing here. Bing is the manager of one of my bin stores, and he does a daily live every day to show all the merchandise we have. He just happened to come to the big store today. How you doing, Bing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Hey,
Tom, how'd you find Bing? I've been searching for a
Bing
manager.
applied at Resale America. Yeah, he applied at Resale America when we first opened. He was a manager here, and then when we decided to open up bin stores, it was perfect in his wheel. Now I am 6'7".
I'm 5'2".
Yeah,
I should have stood on boxes.
This is Bing. Bing's a great guy. He does a great job running the bin store. There's Esteban. Oh, you want to? What are you going to do?
Are you being serious?
He's going to stand.
That might make you a little bit taller there, Bing.
What if I'm sitting up here? Okay,
So,
is that better?
Yeah. So, Bing, how do you like running the bin store, Bing?
The bin store is great. I love it over there. I don't know if everyone's been there or not. We're open 7 days a week there. We have all the different days from $20 starting on Thursday all the way down to Wednesday when it's $1. So I got a lot of great customers that come from all over the place, from Winter Gardens. I even have now people from St. Pete coming to me.
St. Pete?
Yes.
That's over an hour and a half. So at Bing store, we do 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because we want to, we get a lot of mediums that we buy from nonprofits, and we separate what we want for our store, then we send the rest of the mediums down to Bing. And so he has office desks and chairs and furniture, tons of different stuff. So we send mediums there, and that's why we did the $10 day. We added that in there. Now there's some days one day we did like a $10,000 day and a $20 day, but it's been kind of hit or miss.
Some weeks are better than others, but I mean, I still got like a lot of good, faithful people that still come out and hang out there. But like they say, there's so many bin stores, they're everywhere now, but they still come by my store. They make sure at least they come by there once a day or twice a day sometimes.
Yeah.
So
and so certainly the marketing helps. We do real well with his store. We do real well. The other bin store, we do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 pricing. And now my third store that we're opening, I'm not sure what to do. What's your advice, Damien? What do you think is the best pricing strategy?
Best pricing strategy? That's so tough to say. Because see, now my question for Bing is, you guys are doing furniture and things like that, right? So yes, you're selling it for $20, so you're getting a bigger bang for your buck, I would say, right? Than my 7. But now, don't you have to hire an extra couple staff to help load cars? Maybe.
No. The thing that I have over there is, if you buy it, you got to haul it out.
Okay, because see, when we were doing
I provide the dollar.
It was like we would have to deal with customers that couldn't carry out the 3 desks.
Right, and the ones that they can, I give them like a couple. I call them like a grace period, where I give them a couple of days. They can make arrangement, but otherwise, because I tell them, because of space, it's all about spacing at my store because it's smaller, and I can't be holding a lot like if it was over here. I'm sorry.
How big is the store?
It's probably
10,000 square feet.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, we have ample room, but it's it takes off all our bins because I got 61 bins there at the store. But as far as the furniture, I tell them, here's the dolly, you got to haul it out, and most of them are pretty good. They'll haul it out themselves.
Sure.
So If they have to leave it, they leave it for a few days, I tell them, but make sure you come back and get them. But if it's longer than a week or so, I tell them, you know what's going to happen. And I've only had that happen maybe one time where the woman bought like a dresser. She couldn't come back in 3 weeks. And when she came back, I go, I'm sorry, I couldn't, you didn't, I tried to tell you to come pick it up. And plus, and she goes, well, I only paid $1. I go, okay, well, exactly. Well, it's sold back for $1, but I had to get it out of my store because when they bring me stuff, I need that room.
Yeah.
So most of the stuff that Bing gets for furniture, is mostly boxed up Amazon larges or mediums, when we get those truckloads in. But then we also buy furniture from Ashley, and then from another company. I'm not allowed to say what it is, but this might give you a hint here. And so when we get like a sectional, we might just get one section of a sectional. So we'll send that down to Bing store and somebody won't care and buy it for $20 or $10, or we don't even care if it's $1. We're just looking to move it out. So his store is more so that we can just move merchandise, just get rid of merchandise. And we don't care the value. If it's not going to move in our big store, we're sending it to Bing just to blow it out. So
if it sells for $1, then I guess, it's okay. Just so it's not here or there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely.
But
and I think you guys just answered your question, Tom. There is no best pricing strategy. You just have to have a strategy. See, your strategy is to bring it into the big store and then blow it out the crap. Sorry, I don't mean to call your inventory crap.
All right.
Through Bing store, right? And I would assume that even if maybe Bing store takes a loss 1 week, you're still okay with that because you're moving volume and you're churning that whole system and that whole process, right?
Right.
Because sooner or later, I've had some pieces sit there, like we have these headboards here that's been there, and even for $1, they're like, because people are picky about the styles and stuff. And I still have them sitting there. They're still in the back. Once in a while, I'll try to rotate it so it looks like it's in a different place. They're like, oh, is that new? Oh yeah, it came in. But I mean, you got to have something to do with just to get it moving. But most of the time, they'll come in. A lot of my people, since there's like in different pieces, they'll buy it. I suggest if you've got a man cave or whatever, perfect. And that's how they buy it. So that's how it moves.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing. I don't know. What is your pricing strategy at your bin store?
7, 7, 5 on Sunday, and then 3, 2, 1, and then we're closed on Thursdays for restock, and then again 7.
So 7. How does your $5 day do?
It's all right. It's a Sunday. I blame it on the fact that it's Sunday, but it's all right. Things after the $7 day, it's kind of pick through. I would, we do anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,500 in sales on a Sunday.
Okay.
We're only open 5 hours that day from 11 to 4. So I kind of just see it as a bonus, right? It's like all right, we're only open for 5 hours. It's a manager and maybe one staff, just a kind of relaxed day, just to bring people in from and after church, and then bring in an extra $2,000 in sales.
See, our Sunday is slow.
And what is your product mix?
Usually it's 80% Amazon, but then I would. I have some like toppers, right? So I'll do like some Target, Pottery Barn pallets if I get lucky. We'll do some like Amazon mediums. I get stuff from the Bad 180 program, I'm going to call it. Just some bigger stuff to kind of incentivize people to come in.
Wow.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yes.
The Bad 180. There you go. That's you are the man. You are the man. That's funny. That's a good one. He snuck that by me, man. It took me a second. I'm like, what the hell's he talking about? That's a good one.
But you have how many bins in your store, though?
How big is your store and how many bins? Yeah.
So our store is like 13,500. Sales floor is around, I would say, like 8,000 to 9,000, and then the rest is kind of storage in the back.
Right.
So you have a lot of bins then, huh?
I don't actually. I have 30, 35 8x4 bins.
Really? Wow. Compared to my store, I think I got the biggest bin store around here in our area.
Yeah, he has 61 4x8 bins.
Yeah, we started with 40, like it was like 48 or something like that. Don't quote me. But now I got them kind of hidden in the back. And see, Christmas is coming around. So November 1st, we're going to do a big sale. And I'm going to bring out an extra 16 bins. Hey guys, it's Christmas season. We just added more bins. Come on down to Nice Find type of deal, right? And then when it kind of starts slowing down, you pull those bins back because you got to fill those bins. And if if it's Chicago, if there's snowstorms from January to February, and you're getting 20, 30 people in line, then you can't be filling 50 bins, right? Because you're just dumping out an extra $10,000 worth of inventory every single week.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I hedge against just my cost, I guess.
Damien, I met with a lady who did 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she said on her $5 day she was doing $20,000 to $30,000 in sales. But she was loading up the bins. She had the inventory, So I question whether or not, what the right approach is. Everybody has a different approach, but
that's what it is. Like, this is such a I don't think there's an answer. Like, see, everybody, I'm sure you get Facebook messages or emails asking what's the right way to do it. It just depends on your location. I have 2 other competitors. They're 1.5 miles away, 1.5 miles south, and then 1.5 miles north. So it's I'm competing with 2 other stores. They're 8,000 square feet each. Like, I got some competition, so I kind of got to get creative on how to move this stuff without losing my ass on the inventory, right?
Right.
And then there's places like, Tennessee, Kentucky, South Carolina, North Carolina, where they have suppliers 1.5 miles away, no matter where they put their store. So, what I'm paying $2,500 in shipping to get it to Chicago, they're paying $200-$300 because their cousin has a trailer, right?
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, because I order Home Depot Turbo Smalls out of Indiana, but I can't sell any. First of all, I can't sell it cheap because of the shipping costs I got to pay from up there. But I love the product. I wish they had it I can't buy it in Georgia. I wish I could. But yeah, no, I get it, man. Shipping sucks, man. I hate shipping. And Florida's like horrible for shipping because nobody's shipping anything out.
Yeah.
So your cost is twice as much bringing it in. It's just crazy. Let's get to a couple questions we have here. Cody says, what's your favorite eBay loads or pallets when bin store is not an option, strictly eBay and local? What's your favorite eBay pallets here, Cody? I mean, not Cody, Damien.
So if you don't have a bin store,
yeah,
that's kind of the tough part, right? Because I'm sure you can buy manifested pallets somewhere, where exactly what you're getting. That's kind of how I would go about it if I was to no bin store and just start buying pallets for eBay specifically and Facebook Marketplace. I would probably start with manifested ones, just because exactly what you're getting. If you can find Home Depot Turbo Smalls or even the largest, I think those would be great. For Kohl's could be good too. Target's not bad if you like to, mess around with Facebook Marketplace, maybe get rid of a couple bar stools or tables or stuff like that through Facebook Marketplace locally. But yeah, Amazon mediums are pretty good too. There is no just, if there was a pallet that's just straight eBay, then this would be a very, very easy business.
You would buy it all, wouldn't you? You'd buy it all.
100%. Yeah. That would be too easy. Right. I would say there was not a single pallet out there that's perfect for eBay.
And then I would say be careful on the Amazon. I've been suspended from eBay so many times by reselling the Amazon stuff for getting counterfeit stuff, and
yeah. We started our own Vero list. So it's like 150 items and brands that we just don't even list. Because we got a Vero, so I don't know if everybody knows what a Vero is. It's pretty much just like a ding on your account on eBay. It's a warning. You're selling stuff you shouldn't be selling. And we had Cards Against Humanity listed, and it was like $10.99 for a pack of cards. And they send us a letter, hey, you're selling counterfeit Cards Against Humanity, right? So I gave him a call and I asked, I'm like, does this make sense for me to go out of my way to counterfeit a $10.99 pack of cards? Don't you think I would have 1,000 listings of those if I was actually faking them? Like, why the hell would I be reselling? You know what I mean? Why would I fake one pack of cards for $10? If I was faking them, I'd be just doing it by the thousands. And they're like, well, yeah, that doesn't really matter, blah, blah, blah. We have an agreement with that brand that, owns the Cards Against Humanity, that we're just going to be very, looking out for people selling Cards Against Humanity if they're not a licensed distributor. So after that, we started digging more and more and more. And there's like I said, probably 150 to more brands that are very, very, very tough on resellers on eBay. So we pretty much just stay away from them. Samsung water filters, water pick toothbrushes.
Yeah.
You're gonna get screwed on those, and it doesn't matter if you can, prove that they're real. But you can, hey, I got a receipt from Best Buy. They're just gonna tell you you're not a licensed reseller, you're not a licensed distributor. Bounce, and you get too many of those little zeros and dings, and your eBay account can you just get shut down, and there's no.
Yeah. We were spending what, 7 Estebans over here. We were spending 7 days. They took everything. Sometimes they suspend you and just make it so you can't list more items. But this time they took everything down for 7 days. We're finally back up, and our sales shot through the roof this weekend. Right? We had a good weekend this weekend. A lot of $100 items this weekend. I was kind of shocked. Shocked. But yeah, you're right though. There is no magic. The truth is, it's like people ask this question all the time, and this is no disrespect to you, Cody, but people say, "Hey, where can I find gold in this business?" But we're all searching for the gold, and if we find it, we're gonna buy it all up, gobble it all up, and scale our business so that we can buy everything we had.
Yeah, our buddy Colton has a great philosophy, right? He goes, out of 10 loads, so you can apply this to 10 pallets as well. If you're buying 10 pallets, one is going to be a break even, another one's going to be break even, third one will be break even, fourth one will be break even, fifth one you'll make a couple $100 and you get all excited. Then you break even on the next 3 or 4, and that 10th one, it's going to be worthwhile because you find a $3,000-$4,000 item, and you're going to shit your pants a little bit and make all the money, and it was worth it right at the end. And then the cycle starts over again. Now you got to break even on another 6 or 7 just to kind of hit a home run, right? And it might not happen until the 15th or 18th pallet, but when it does, it was all worthwhile, right? But there is no way that you can go to a pallet shop and just be an expert and pick out pallets that are, 1,000 there, 1,000 here, 1,000 there. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, agreed 100%. We sell the Amazon mystery boxes, so them as the coffin boxes that we buy from a nonprofit.
Add 180, yes.
Yeah, and so people want to buy like one box. I sell them 8 of them for $400, which is a steal. That's the cheapest anywhere I can find.
That's how I get them wholesale. So I sell mine pallets for I get my wholesale for like $480 to $550 after shipping. So I sell them for $600, $650.
Yeah, and they want to buy one box out of the 8, and I tell them no, because I don't want them to open it up and be dog food or something in it, and then they get mad, put something bad on my face. I say you got to buy all 8 because I'm hoping that you're going to get one thing in these 8 boxes that's going to pay for your whole load. But
that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Like out of that whole truckload, there's but adding 400, 600 boxes. I'm not sure how many come on your pallets, but you said 8. So, but yeah, like let's say 600 boxes. I mean, like maybe 15 of those are going to be a home run. So that means somebody's got to eat the cost for those other 585, right?
Yeah.
But nobody thinks about that part, right? Nobody thinks that the supplier has to actually take a hit on a lot of loads to provide value to you, right?
Yeah. And it's tough to communicate that to pallet buyers, whenever this is a crappy load, they want you to do something for them. You're like,
because we tell them we don't know what's in them, because most of the time they tell me, they'll be like, why was there so many? Because with the mask, everything, what I mean, all the different boxes of a mask, we get like tons of them. That's the only.
We just don't know. You can't make money one day, then not expect there's times you're going to lose money. So, I mean, it's tricky in this business, but, it's just part of the business. It's part of the business. It just sucks when they go on Facebook and, I mean, one of the things for Cody is like, Cody, you gotta have like a flea market or a yard sale that you're willing to do to get rid of all your crap. If you're not going to do a bin store, you got to have that level to where you got Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, then crap. Maybe box it up, sell it as a mystery box, or do a yard sale, or do a flea market to get rid of that stuff, or sell it to guys like me. I don't mind buying I got lots of people that sell me their crap, but they'll fill up a 4-foot pallet and sell it to me for $100. I don't care. I'll throw that.
But they got to be willing to sell it for $100 and not come to you with their crap wanting, full retail plus 50.
Yeah.
But I actually use like kind of your channel and your system as like an example often. I'm like, hey, go on Liquidation Motivation. Whatever Tom's doing with his like 3-4 stores, think about that and do it on a very, very small scale in your garage, right? So your Resale America is going to be your eBay. your bin store, his bin stores are going to be your garage sale or flea market table. And you know, just you got to have 3-4 different outlets, and you got to get creative how to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely,
Palletize
definitely.
it back up and find a guy that I mean, I even find guys that take some of my crap, right? Because some things I just can't get rid of, right? Like I got a pallet full of acrylic like not shields, they're just like acrylic squares. I don't even know what the hell they use those for.
Oh yeah.
I
We've
guess
gotten a bunch of.
I think it would be like for the maybe the screens, like for when COVID started, when the registers had all
Yeah.
those
Oh, we
screens.
had tons of those. Those sold on my dollar day. The little shield things. They were like.
Oh
going
no,
up the
mine
floor.
are little. They're like 4x3, like they're massive.
No, we
and
had
it's
we
a
had
whole
some come
pallet.
through like that, and we had my best thing was I think we had school teachers because I get a lot of like school teachers that come to my store looking for supplies. That was perfect because with the whole COVID thing, she came up with the idea to use them to separate the desks for her students. Like she teaches like pre-K
Ding
and
actually
that
brought up
worked
a
out.
great point. If anyone's looking for a marketing tip, market to school teachers and
Yes.
just go donate some books to a local school. I don't know, maybe donate a box of like kids supplies or candy. I guarantee you your bin store sales will
Oh
go
yeah,
up.
because
Yeah.
we've gotten tons of
Teachers,
stuff from like
yeah.
boxes of pencils, stuff like that, construction
Oh yeah.
paper. That's when they wait for, I guess, since they're school teacher, they tell me they have to buy it, so they'll come to on my dollar day, and that's when they'll stock up like crazy.
Yeah, well, the schools are so under budget, and the teachers have to spend a lot of money out of
buy
their
their own
pocket,
supplies. Yeah.
a ton of money out of their
Yep.
pocket. So if they can get it at a discount at a bin store, 100% they're going to be going there.
Yeah. So, and if you see a teacher that keeps coming back, talk to them. Just like, hey, what?
Oh
do you
yeah,
need?
I do.
Oh,
I
you
do,
need
and they've sent me
folders?
more.
Don't wait till dollar day. Just tell me what you need, and then I'll make you a box. All right, awesome. Boom. You know, and you got a customer for life there, and then she's gonna tell all her teacher friends and all the PTO moms and all, you know, everybody and their moms is gonna know about your store.
Oh yeah, they're coming a lot more since they, like I said, I have a nice mixture of customers that come to my store, which I like. 80% of my store, I would say, are actually buyers and resellers. They'll
Yeah.
come because they
Yeah.
resell a lot, so they'll come to my store and buy it in bulk, a lot of things, you know, and they go out and sell it, like they said, on yard sales or marketplace, anything like that. That's what they do. So.
Hey, let's go through it. Stanley, go back to the top. Let me just do a shout out, even if somebody just put a comment in there. So we got 5x5 Mike. What's happening, man? Mike was on our program the other day. Helen says, as everyone is selling an item for the same price, how can someone make a profit? You know, I mean, I just hate the race to the bottom. So I try to match people's prices. I don't go lower than them. I mean, I think if we all take turns at selling at a profit, then it can be beneficial to you. But I believe that's what she's addressing there. Uh-oh. Spam calls. All right, Facebook use QuickBooks Online for bookkeeping. If not, what do you use? If so, which plan is good enough for a simple bin store? Yeah, I would. I mean, we what do you use for account? You're from the accounting world, right, Damien?
Yeah. I worked in accounting before I ran the bin store. Yeah, so I use a lot of Excel sheets and then QuickBooks Online. You know, but I would say your Excel sheets are going to be your number one. If anyone needs an Excel sheet, I can send you a template for how to track like your truckload costs and just split it up by pallets and by weeks and how to track your costs. I could just send it to you. But yeah, Excel sheets and QuickBooks Online has been working. You can. What's nice is you can integrate QuickBooks with your bank accounts and your credit cards and whatnot. So every time you swipe, QuickBooks will automatically take that. You know, if you swiped it on Amazon or if you swiped it at a restaurant, they'll just put it in the right bucket. You know, meals and entertainment or office supplies and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. So you know, the good thing about a bin store is you have so few costs. Yeah. You know, I think that, you know, when we do our P&L for our bin stores, it's like 8 line items for the month, right? Because you just don't have many costs. So I love it. And but my big store, we do use QuickBooks. I do have a bookkeeper but we're talking a store that, you know, that does like 3 million in sales. So then we have vendors everywhere. We're paying out people. So certainly you want to be ahead of your bookkeeping. Damien, if you wouldn't mind sharing that with us, we'd love to be able to share it on our website, liquidationmotivation.net. And you know,
nothing complicated. There's like 6 formulas in there. I swear it's very simple. But I mean, I've been using it since when we opened, and it's been working like a charm. It just, you know, accounting, I think that's a very big part of this business that people overlook. If you're not on top of your numbers, if you're not, it's all about cash flow, right? So, you know, you got to be on top of it by weekly, not monthly, not quarterly, not yearly. It's a weekly thing. If your costs aren't lining up with your sales, then it's not going to be good by the end of the year.
Yeah, the first guy I ever worked with when I got out of college, he was like, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. And what he meant is if you don't know your frickin' numbers, if you don't know your P&L, and, you know, and I'm preaching to the choir because I need to do a better job at my big store. We have the other bin store that we get at a P&L every month about how the store does. Bing's not really, because we just dump everything at Bing's store. We don't really associate a cost with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
but
how does that? Do you guys just eat the cost through the big store then? And then the big
So
store
it's
will
one
just
company.
be-
So we put the sales together and then just have all the expenses together, you know, between deal
makes
days
sense,
and
makes
Retail
sense.
America. So yeah. I mean, I know our accountant at the end of the year charged me like $5,000. That's how much of a nightmare it is. My bookkeeping is. So and you know that's a lot of money to pay.
I
One
bet,
accountant.
man.
Well, my
Because that's just
restaurant
a lot of
guy.
inventory, right? A lot of moving pieces. Because when you get
Yeah,
to
I
that
mean, you
point
know,
that you're at, it's a lot of moving pieces, right? And then they're trying to assign the cost to every single item, and it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So Chachi says, "Hi guys, how you doing, Chachi? Chachi Colon. Andrew, good morning. What is the best? Alexandru, welcome back. What is the best size for bins? 6 foot, 6 inch, or 10-inch depths? How deep are your bins there?
They
Damien?
are 9.75. They're literally right almost at 10.
Right.
How about you? What do you guys do?
So our bins are 12 inches deep. Bing.
All I know is I've happened it twice where I go reaching because some of my bins are lined up all. I've actually fallen in and can't get out of it, and people laugh at me because they see my little legs sticking up. Oh yes, they've seen me.
Man.
Oh yeah, because they tease me constantly being short. I said I'm sorry, that's where I am. So because the bins, I do literally. If you're short like me, 5'2", some customers, I've seen some customers, same thing. When they lean over and grab something, you fall right in the bin.
So my new bin store, we're using orange crates that I picked up for 4x4 orange crates that I picked up for $50 a piece, which I think is going to be cheaper than building bins, and they look
100%.
better.
With the nowadays lumber prices, I would agree.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're 20 inches deep. But you know, I test marketed them with a bunch of people, even small, short people. You know, I wanted to make sure they could reach the bottom, and they certainly could. They could reach down 20 inches. It wasn't a problem. But I mean, I'm going to stack them on pallets, maybe 3 pallets tall. So the top of the bin will still be the same height as your bins, but it's going to be 20 inches down. And we
that's easier because my bins, I walk up to them, they'll hit me right at the chest level. So that's why I kind of like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're kind of short.
I know, but can't help it. Again, that's the
I'm
worst.
just kidding. Dodge Brothers, what's happening? Dodge Brothers, you guys are heroes to us small guys. Now you're not small. These Dodge Brothers come up, they buy from us, but you know you can tell they're going to be big in this business because they are hustlers, man. They work hard. They're I think they're down in down south of Sarasota.
Yeah,
yeah, they do a good job out there. What is Bing's YouTube channel? Bing doesn't have a YouTube.
I don't have
Facebook,
one yet.
Right?
Yeah, I just have Facebook.
We could do a YouTube channel with you, Bing.
You falling in the bin? That would be a viral video, man.
Yeah, you know they can try
that would go viral. That would go
I'm
viral.
sure it would.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm sure.
Alexandru, how do you mix the merchandise in your bin stores, Damien? So I think he addressed that. You said about Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon,
Pottery
Target,
Target.
Yeah, I do mystery boxes for my filler layer. I like to call it a filler layer, and then my actual merchandise. You know, so my filler stuff will be anything that I can get from like $50 to $1.20 a unit. You know, so those are your coffin, your mystery boxes, things like that. Just dump out a couple pallets to layer the bins, so there's no plywood showing, there's no bottom showing, so it keeps people engaged, keeps people digging. And then we top it off with either returns from Amazon or maybe Target, maybe Kohl's, maybe Pottery Barn, something. And then the real cherries go on top, right? So we'll put out like those 4, 5, 6 air fryers or those medium.
What is the mystery boxes that you're talking about? Is that the smaller boxes I'm seeing advertised?
Yes, yeah. They're I don't know how small. They're like half of the size of if you took the coffin box.
Yeah,
I would say like 2 of them would be the equivalents of the size,
I
right?
see those advertised lately. I haven't got one of those, but I've seen those advertised finally. Yeah.
They're low
Yeah.
val. I mean, depends from what facility they're coming out of. That's what I've noticed. The merchandise will vary, but they're typically all FC. Very very little return, like 2-3% of returns, but all FC mix, all brand new stuff. But it is typically low value stuff, right? But if I'm paying 70-80 cents a unit on those things, because they'll be per box, you got 50 to 100 items. They're super easy to restock with because you just crack the top and just dump and go. So you can dump out a pallet within 10 minutes. I mean, max,
That's a good point.
70 cents a unit. It keeps the people engaged all week, right? Because there's just so much stuff in those bins that they're just keep digging and digging and digging. And it's all small, tiny things. And you'll dig up some nice stuff, There's toys and things like that people like. So I use those as my filler, and then on top, like I said, we'll go like Amazon returns or something more high value, and then a pallet or two of mediums or Target or whatever it might be, something to get pictures of and people interested into our store.
But by the end of the day, it gets all moved around, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ours big stuff sometimes end up way at the bottom for some reason. I sometimes question them. I go, well, how did that get there? And they're like, oh wait. I said, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
They're
so we
burying
actually
it.
our
hiding.
bins are connected, right? So my bins are, I call them 8x4s, but they're actually connected, right? So they there is no, it's actually a 4x24 or a 4x32. So it's a super long ditch. So it's I've had tests where I'll put a ping pong ball on one end and come every 2 hours and see where it ends up, and it's just mixing and
Everywhere.
rotating, right? So that's kind of a different take too. A lot of people do the small one-off bins. I guess it's easier to maneuver those. There's pros and cons for everything, right? We went with the long route because of the product mix, right? Because it just keeps churning, right? And every day you come in, you can possibly find new things because it's just constantly mixing.
Jessica says hi, Bing. Jessica Bamer?
I think I know her by face.
She's
Hi,
probably
Jessica.
she's probably on your Facebook page. Carol Spence put a happy face in there. She says we loaded. I'm assuming she's talking about furniture. Somebody buys furniture, they must load it. Liquidation Pros, what's happening, guys? What do you do with inventory after Dollar Day? I know some places do fill a bag. Daniel, we do fill a bag once a month in our stores. We do a $20 day, and then we do a $10 day. Right.
Usually towards the end of the month. My customers automatically, they know it towards the end of the month. The last Thursday of the month, that's when I have the fill bag.
How about you, Damien? How do you do it?
Different ways, but we usually just we'll do mystery bags. So it's kind of like a fill a bag, except you don't know what you're getting. So we'll do those. We'll also just donate pallets of leftovers to non-for-profits. And then we'll also do a silent auction or an auction on Facebook for a pallet of the overstock. And we'll probably get around $100-$150 for it. So it just depends how much stuff we have left over. And then, like you said, fill a bag once every month and a half. It just depends how.
Yeah, by the end of the month, ours is all the little tiny stuff that, that don't sell on $20 day, or just, small stuff
yeah, definitely.
Phone cases, the sheet protector type, just all different stuff. Trust me, on Fill a Bag, these people, that's why I make my joke when I do my live feed. I said it's called Fill a Bag, not Stuff a Bag, because in the past we've had it where they stuffed the bag where I had 3 people carry out one bag. I go, that's like heaping. So I go, that's a little bit much.
Yeah.
3 people to carry out. So now they know me that I say when it's fill a bag, not stuff a bag. That's my little.
That's what I like. The minute it starts overflowing and shit starts spilling out is the minute you already filled it.
Right, because we use those IKEA bags and you can fill a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And some people have caught on where I said I've noticed them where they'll find if we have a little canvas bag, they'll stuff the canvas bag and then put it right on top of the bag already and go, that's still fill a bag, right? I go, well, not technically, but I'm gonna let you slide this time.
Yeah.
But,
see, we're gonna do a fill a bag for Halloween on the 31st. It falls on a Sunday. Figured it's gonna be a pretty slow day because everyone's gonna be trick or treating or whatever. So we'll do a fill a bag sale on that day.
Oh, they'll probably swipe up on mine because I created 2 different bins for my holiday. I have one right now that has Thanksgiving and Halloween, and the other one's Christmas. So they've been like on my $5 day, they've been buying all the Christmas stuff because they get stuff like, like the Disney stuff and everything, like the little ornaments and stuff. So people have been buying like crazy. But right now I'm thinking, great, fill a bag. They're going to go crazy on stuff in Halloween and, Christmas stuff. But
all right, Mario says, what did Mario say? I do eBay, and I'd rather get stuff that's smaller and easier to ship than big stuff. Yeah, I get it, Mario. That's for sure. Fast Planet says, good source on Amazon mediums in the Midwest. There you go, Damien. You got mediums in the Midwest?
I do. Yeah, definitely. Shoot me a Facebook message. We can jump on a call later, man.
There you go. Reach out to Damien. He'll take good care of you out there. Talk True said, good advice as usual. Thank you, Talk. Mike says 80-20 rules. 80% of sales generally come from 20% of your product mix. That's for sure. 100%. It's a constant battle trying to get it right. Now, I get all of my smalls, right? I get all of my 6-foot smalls from, and I don't know if you know about this, Damien, from a recycler locally, but I'm being told now that FedEx Freight is going to be picking it up, and he's no longer going to get it. So I haven't had to buy high piece count loads in 5 years, and that supply might be gone for me now. So, I'm going to have to start reaching out to the lady that I met here in Florida that doesn't want me to talk about her and try to get high piece count from her. But yeah, my supply that I've had for 5 years it might be going away. I forget I talked to Midtown Liquidation about that, and he told me the company that FedEx owns, that's a liquidation company Genco. He said Genco is owned by FedEx Freight, so they think Amazon contracted with them, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. I've heard rumors that they might be exporting all this product. And matter of fact, when we were in Vegas, Mid-Tennessee Wholesale said all their Amazon is being exported. Do you know anything about that in the industry, if that's going to change?
South America. I know one of my local suppliers, he loads containers and containers every single week to ship out to Panama, Venezuela, Costa Rica. There's huge, and Caribbean. That's probably a good business for you, Tom. You're close to there, man. You can load up a couple boats and run some pallets over there. But that's big business. South America, just taking all this stuff down there. People pay better money for it down there than they do here.
Yeah, I mean, it could really disrupt this business. I do see a future where Amazon says, hey, we no longer want to dump this stuff on the U.S. market. We want it all to go elsewhere. And I can definitely see a vision where that happens.
Yeah. A lot of retailers already do that, right? I mean, you won't get like Dick's Sporting Goods loads. There's no such thing, right?
Right.
Victoria's
I have
Secret,
heard that. Yeah.
You're not getting those type of things, right? Like there is a bunch of big retailers that you just don't see loads from them, right? You got to be wondering what do they do with all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're exporting it. It's going across the seas and it's disappearing somewhere else, right? And it's not, it's not affecting their retail sales, right? Because look what Amazon, like I still don't understand how they're selling this stuff to us for this cheap. Because everything that you can buy on Amazon, you can buy it for 100% cheaper in my store.
Right. Exactly.
And it's going to get to a point where they're going to say, no, enough is enough.
Yeah. And then we're going to have to reach out. Then we're going to have to be Target and Walmart high piece count buyers only. That's definitely going to disrupt this business, because certainly the high piece count from Amazon is the bread and butter, right? I mean, it's the bread and butter for the bin stores.
Keeps us going.
Yeah. Steven says,
I know, between both of us, our phones are
nice ringtone there. Yeah. Steven says, how do you handle when you buy a manifested load and 900 cases of food was out of date, not close dated, completely out of date, and then the money items that I bought the load become half are missing? I don't know who you're buying this load from, but typically when you're buying Amazon loads, they are close dated. I think Amazon has for like medicine, and I know medicine is 90 days. You can't be sold 90 days from
so health and beauty, food, everything that expires, you can't even send it in if it's less than 90 days, right? But let's say if it's 90 days away, then they just make you take it off the listing. So that's how they ended up in our loads.
Right. But as far as being way over date, you had to buy that load from another vendor who had it maybe sitting in their warehouse, because
100%.
Yeah, because even like the CVS stuff I buy, the Walmart, anything that I buy from the retailers is always close dated or is always near dated, right? I mean, we call it close dated. It's either just expired or about to expire. Are we
To
locked
me,
up?
that sounds like you got screwed, Steven. I'm sorry. I don't know who you bought from, but it sounds like they brought it into their warehouse, took some time to pick through it all, took all the iPhones and the good shit out, and then, they just never got around to selling it, and now it's a year later and you ended up with it. And they still sent you that same manifest without updating it for the missing items.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important to buy from reputable buyers. I mean, it's crucial in this business. That's why we have our groups out there. You can go ahead and ask in our group, hey, has anybody bought from this person before? But even some of the big sellers, can give you crappy loads. I've bought crappy loads from big time, pallet places where they're selling their crap off. And I just hate it when somebody sells something and they don't disclose exactly what it is.
Just tell me what it is. That's all. That would save so much trouble for everyone.
Exactly. This brings me to another thing that I want to ask you about, because I'm dealing with it right now, Damien. So I bought a high piece count load. I'm not going to mention anybody's companies right now because I'm still battling the situation. I had to put down a $20,000 deposit, and then it was going to be 9% of retail on a high piece count Amazon load. Okay. So I could have bought it direct from the contract holder, but instead I bought it from a buddy of mine who has a broker company, and he got a little discount. So it ended up being the same cost to me. Just the broker ended up making some money off me, which I rather have the broker make a little money. When the order came in, it ended up being they sent the manifest a week later. So I put down the $20,000 deposit. Then they said, oh no, the contract holder wants $25,000 deposit now. So I sent them another $5,000. The last time I bought this load, it cost me $15,000. So this load came in at $700,000 on the manifest, $63,000.
Yeah,
$63,000 for this load. So I looked at the manifest, and the manifest is, and can we show him, Stanley, the manifest?
Do you want to use your laptop or mine?
Yours. I just want to make sure there's no private information on there where it came from.
Did they make iPhone cases for $35?
So I'm looking at Apple Watch bands for $457. And there's 200 of them on this manifest.
There you go.
Can you see my manifest?
Well, yeah, you got to zero those out. Oh my god.
Yeah. So if you look over to the right is where I looked up this item. It was $11.99, but they have it for $457. Scroll down a little bit more, Stanley. So you can see that there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. More bands. Keep going down.
Jesus.
I mean, look at all this value that. Okay, so here is iPhone cases for $283. Go down. Meal replacement shakes for $276. Okay, look at this this leather desk pad for $272, and I think there's 150 of those in there. And when I look it up, they're $12.99.
Oh my god.
But this whole, I mean, in like what? So the broker is saying, no, you owe me. I'm sorry, the contract holder is saying you owe me $63,000. The broker is fighting for me, saying, "Hey, look at this manifest. It's screwed." Yeah. I mean, go back to Damien for me. Get out of this manifest.
That is
what kind of insight, since you do some brokering? I mean, what kind of recourse do I have? I'm kind of torn because I don't want the broker to get in trouble, right? I don't want him to lose any money.
Well, I think this is the broker's job. Right? This is what he's brokering. This is his job, is to go out there to that contract holder and be like, hey, we're getting screwed here. And if your broker has some balls, he'll tell him, like, I will not move a single load for you until you make this right. But that's kind of how I would play it, right? Because your broker is like your lawyer. Your broker is like your realtor, right? He's supposed to go to bat for you. That's why you're using a broker, right? If you didn't use him, then now you have all the power to you know what I mean? He's supposed to be the expert that's supposed to go to bat for you. That's kind of how I see a broker.
His issue, he says he moves a lot of loads for this contract holder every week, and they put him on. Yeah. They put him on hold. They said you can't get anything else until this is resolved, and it's been 10 days.
So they're trying to be the tough guy, huh?
Yeah.
But who has the warehouse space that needs these loads moved? I guarantee you, give it 2 weeks, they're going to be back to this broker. And if he's actually moving loads for them, they're going to make this right, because they're going to run out of warehouse space very soon. If they have to house all these, if he's moving 20, 30 loads a week for them,
which I think he is.
yeah, that's 120 loads extra now that they're going to have to house or try to get rid of in some other way.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that these contract holders have a negotiated price with Amazon to buy the loads, right? Let's say 7%.
Yeah.
And they sell it to me at 9% or something like that.
Yep. And then, so you can get it directly from Amazon, like you just did, right? So that is a legit way to do it. You can the contract holder can either bring it into their warehouse, because Amazon releases the manifest like 48 to 72 hours after they load the truck, right?
Yep.
Which is very dumb. I don't know why Amazon has all this technology they can't figure out to do the manifest on the spot, but whatever. So yeah, 72 hours after the truck leaves is when the manifest populates. So it can be played both two ways. It's either going directly to the customer, which is you, and without knowing how much that load is actually worth. So you're kind of taking that risk, right? You put that deposit down. Now you're either going to get a refund or you're going to owe on it. Or, the contract holder brings it into their warehouse, holds it for that 72 hours, and then kind of just charges you for those holding costs and those double shipping costs is what you're going to lose out on, right? But you'll know exactly what the manifest looks like the minute you're getting it, that truck, right? So there's pros and cons of it, because what you just happened is a major con, and that's like it's the biggest risk, I guess, right? Because
I mean, I'm not paying it, man. I don't want to. I mean, and when I got the load is what the manifest says. It's just overpriced, and it was crap. Even to pay $25,000 for the load I got was too much. But I don't know where this is going to settle in at. I have no idea how it's going to be resolved. But and the broker is fighting.
Like I'm telling you, your broker is he's the only guy that can fix this, because he's in a double whammy here, right? Like he can't sell these loads now. They can't sell loads through him, right? He supposedly owes them money. Like, if they're like if they have a legit relationship, they'll work this out. And as long as you don't fall for their little scare tactics, I would not pay that money. There's no chance. There is zero chance.
I mean, in this, so everybody that's watching, all the people that are watching, this is a huge issue, man. This is a huge issue in the industry, and I've been doing this 20-something years. You got to be careful on this kind of stuff. You're going to get screwed. There are ways to get screwed out there. So you certainly, and I'm telling you, I'm buying this. This is coming from one of the largest contract holders in the nation. So some of you will know who that is. And that's where I'm kind of getting screwed. And I'm not somebody with 1,000 square foot store and buying one truckload a month. I buy 5 truckloads a week. So this can happen to anybody. So you got to be careful out there. You got to be careful. And, I have to stand my ground. There's no way I'm losing $63,000. I mean,
phone cases that you're going to have to give away in a fill a bag or donate or something, or you literally deal with it instead of making money on them. Yeah. It's crazy.
Ridiculous.
That's literally
things
that's so aggravating, because could have Amazon messed up? Sure, but they could have messed up on 1 SKU, 2, maybe, not half a manifest. That looks like somebody was finagling somebody there.
Well, and another thing that bothers me is, so on this manifest, they had these little rabbit alarm clocks for kids, right? And you go look them up. It's a Chinese private label product. There's about 50 different brands of the same exact clock, right? But one person has the clock for $400 with 0 sales. The other 40 people have them for $12.99.
Sure.
So can the contract holder use that $400 clock as the price? And is that legit? Is that fair? I mean, we know it's not fair, but does that give them standing, or the legal standing to say that this clock is $400, but at 0 sales, 0 feedback, nothing. But and we know that privates, did a private seller try to sell that clock for $400, get booted off Amazon because they overpriced it, but yet they're using that number to justify the manifest. You know, I'm caught in this this quandary about what's right, what's legal, what's proper, and it sucks, you know, because it's costing me. Well, it hasn't yet, but it's costing me tens of thousands of dollars. But
and you know what doesn't help? It's the fact that Amazon is really not a seller-friendly platform. They really give a shit about the seller. They don't give a shit about the small business owners that are on there selling their product, right? They are solely customer service focused. So, you know, when you have a company that doesn't give a shit about the sellers, you know, they're not really going to care on how much and what do they liquidate the product for those sellers, right? When they're literally, the product that we're getting is usually the sellers that are getting kicked off of Amazon, right? They're either have to liquidate or to get that overstock out of their warehouses because either it hasn't been selling on Amazon or they were selling it in ways that they weren't supposed to be selling it, or, you know, maybe that product just sucked and didn't work. You know,
Don't listen, everybody, don't be fooled. Amazon and eBay have departments out there that are just designed to screw the sellers. And I don't think they I know I did a video on how eBay buys low price items off consumers, off sellers on eBay, and then relists them. I know the guy that actually bought the merchandise and relisted it all through eBay. He had the contract through eBay to buy stuff, but make lowball offers to people and then resell it, and eBay got the profits. And they had it in every category. It's amazing. It's amazing what they do out there. And you know, Amazon is in front of Congress right now for
Amazon this. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, no,
No, you're right. You're right. So Amazon's in front of Congress right now. You private label the Bitcoin Bull. You put it on Amazon. You get good feedback. You start selling the shit out of it. They duplicate the product, put their product above yours, put you down in the rankings, and then you go out of business.
And suppress your search, and you're fucked. And you're the one that invested $20,000, $30,000 into developing that product, into that marketing, right? Into that Bitcoin Bull. You know, you're the one that did all the, you know, the work, and then Amazon kind of just has all the numbers. They're like, ooh, we have some Chinese manufacturers that can do this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is money for us. And then they just snag your listing, right? And what are you going to do? You're going to write to their customer service teams? Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah. All right. Somebody on Facebook says, Tom, can you ask Damien or Colton, the young guns, what is their knowledge in crypto, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrencies? That's MG. My man. This is, hey, watch out for this guy. He's the smartest guy in the world right here. This MG guy who's Franco, who puts this guy is a genius, man. So, are you investing? What are you doing with your free cash flow?
I reinvested into a nice find in the business. I'm not to be honest. This is my my answer for Bitcoins and all the, you know, the cryptos. It started popping off and started getting very popular, and, you know, people started investing in it right when I started getting interested in the liquidation space. And I kind of had to make a decision of that, you know, 80-20 rule kind of kicked in. What do I focus on? What's the viable option for me to get cash flow and actually start a business? And, you know, where should all my time be spent? Right. I do believe if you're investing into something, you should do it wholeheartedly. You should know what the hell you're doing. Don't just jump on Robinhood with $2,000 and, you know, and then just start buying random crap. So yeah, my thing was been focused on the bin store industry and the liquidation industry rather than trying to get rich quick off Robinhood app. So that's So I don't know jack shit about crypto.
All right. Well, I need you to start putting a little bit of money every week into it, man, because you're going to see. I mean, if you looked at it today, right, Esteban, we making some money today or what? Franco, I know you're making money today.
Got a notification right now.
Yeah, look at my Solana's up like 30% today or 16% today. It's changed my life, Damien. It's changed my life. It's changed.
I believe it, and I don't. I'm definitely something there. But like I said, just for me, it's the focus, right? Do I focus on the bin store, or do I focus on, you know, sitting on Robinhood in my office for half the time?
Yeah, I will 100% agree with you that you need to open businesses. You need to open business. My adjustable gross income, which I just filed my 2020 taxes, is zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
There you go.
I don't pay any taxes.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, because I have businesses that have expenses that have,
you own real estate as well, right?
Real estate, lots of real estate, you know.
Depreciation, baby. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I claimed less money than Bing, who is a salary employee for me, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I encourage all my employees to start businesses on their own. Leave me. Go start your own business. Get your own tax deductions. I mean, you're a good worker. This guy's never called in sick. I mean, if he did, it was legitimate. He's been working for you for a couple years now, right?
Yep.
You know a good worker from a bad worker. Everybody knows it. He's a good worker. You should go do that for yourself. You shouldn't change your time for a paycheck. You should change your time for a lifetime worth of income. And I truly believe in that. So
Cash flowing
take my
assets.
advice.
That's the key there.
Oh yeah, we're going to more and more.
All right. So okay. So yeah, Franco, thanks for
Sorry,
coming
Franco.
on.
I will get into it. I will. I promise. It's just not right now. I actually don't even have any saved up cash to do it with. So.
All right. What do we got next, boy? Look at here. Is this from Franco, huh? Tom, the earliest Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, including Stellar, were launched more after a period of promotion. However, these currencies are basically saturated, and mining machine is the only way to increase their production. Therefore, there will be no chance left for sales. Thus, Polygon is a worthwhile to attention to the terms of long-term holding and short-term operations. Tom, Polygon can improve the speed of Ethereum, and it can do more than that. Although its direction is still towards the Ethereum, Franco, I know you've been. I'm pretty saturated with the cryptos that I own. That's why it's changed name, except the plasma extension layers that have been implemented. The team also plans to add popular ZK rollup and optimistic rollup. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, Franco. I am definitely going to put some money into Matic. I don't have anything into Matic right now, but I will. Right now I own Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Algorand, and I have a big bag of all of them. So I'm looking for that next project, and definitely Matic is the one that I want to do. Talk True said, I love that statement. Change your life for a lifetime of income. Certainly. I mean, 20 years ago, actually the year 2000, I quit my last job and said, I'm never going to work for anybody else again in my life. And, and I decided, and it was a journey. It's not, you're still young, Damien, and it's so good that you've already started that journey. It takes 20 years to get rich, and I've been flat broke. I've been flat ass broke a lot of times. My credit was bad. I've claimed bankruptcy. I closed down businesses, but I just kept pushing forward. And fortunately, at the age of 50, that now that I have wealth beyond my dreams, businesses, real estate, all this kind of stuff. But, Damien, you're so young. How old are you? What'd you say, 26?
25, turning 26.
25 years old. Yeah, you're going to be there by the time you're 35, right?
Hopefully,
you're going to be there so much earlier than me, man. I'm so proud of you guys, man.
As long as he buys Bitcoin.
As long, start buying some
Right.
Bitcoin. Esteban's telling me in the background, you got to buy some Bitcoin. So his wife does the Axie Infinity, the pay-to-play gaming.
Okay.
So she gets paid to play games on
Gets paid
Axie
in
Infinity. Well, she gets Ethereum. That's
Okay.
on Ethereum. And now, but she has employees in the Philippines that play for her, and they split the money.
She set up
Yeah.
DAs just to play what? That's
Just
genius.
to play a video. This is huge right now. People all over the world are making money doing this right now. And you think gaming's going to get smaller? That shit's going to explode, man. It's going to explode. So that I have a thought pattern that I think that pay to play gaming will solve hunger around the world, because any country where a lot of countries earn less than $200 a month. Now there's going to be an incentive for them to play these games and make $400 a month, double the average income, right? Just by playing these games. And that's going to bring wealth to them that they've never seen before. They just don't have the opportunities that we have here, right? They can't make the money that we have here. Imagining living off $200 a month. But that's the average income in a lot of countries. Esteban wants to step in.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that there's a company out in the Philippines, I think it's called YCC or something like that. They created a guild. And all that means is that they hire managers to buy these accounts, or buy the NFTs to create these accounts and manage the sub players. So I could totally see other countries creating guilds. So I could see, let's say, a mayor of a big city in a different country creating a guild, hiring managers, and then being able to pay the poor people in their country, or
Yeah, bring in foreign money, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
It's
do you
crazy.
guys, because Esteban, you're the eBay guru, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys use VAs for your eBay operation or?
100%. Yes.
Yep,
We
yeah.
use VAs as much as we can, and
We
yeah.
just started like 2 months ago. Now we're up to 3, I believe, and it's game changer.
Yeah,
Game
let me know
changer.
if you need any help when it comes to training, because that's a big deal.
Yeah,
He has written the
100%.
manuals. He's got all the systems down. He's done everything for how to train a VA. So, and we have it on Liquidation Motivation, right?
Yeah, it's on the website.
Oh,
Look
awesome.
at liquidationmotivation.net. We have all that stuff free for people to use. It's contracts. You make them sign contracts, everything.
Yeah,
He's good at all that stuff. He handles all that stuff.
Definitely,
So.
definitely. Do you guys use Excelco?
Excelco?
For your customer service?
No, we just straight up Google Meetup or Google Chat.
Okay. You
I do everything.
just check it out. It's a software for eBay. I mean, it's freaking genius, man. Holy shit. It literally brings it so Excelco. XSELLCO. It's just a software that integrates with your eBay account and it pulls it. So like let's say you're answering messages, the AI will bring in, templates that just to be ready to be answered, right? So then the VA can just literally just click send. Like it just speeds it up, right? If somebody sends you a question, pretty much, but it's so let's say like somebody asks where is my order, or can you send me the tracking? The AI will literally have it on the sidebar, like this person is talking about this order, here's the tracking number, and it's literally on the side right here. You just copy and paste.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely look that up.
$200 or something a month, but like it's cut down our customer service by like from 20 hours a week to maybe 2. So big help.
Very cool.
Great idea. Yeah, we try everything we can do with tech. Anything we can do with tech to streamline our business.
Streamline and automate, right?
Yeah. David says, Damien, see you in Colorado. You should bring Tom and Stan.
I'm gonna come visit one day, David. I love Colorado. Favorite state.
I've been skiing there in Colorado a few times. I love it up there, man. But the sickness, what do you call
elevation
it?
sickness.
Dude, I drank. Listen, if you watch my channel, you know that
Florida, man. You're so.
I like to partake in the drinks.
He's from New York.
So I went to a bar. I had 2 beers and threw up in Colorado. 2 beers.
Oh my god!
I was done. I couldn't believe it, man, because your blood thin. It was crazy. Barbara said, "Hey, Bing, look at all your fans out there, Bing."
Hey, Barbara, how are you?
Bing, I have a feeling Bing's a ladies' man in that man. When he's managing that store.
Well, like we always said, if you only knew, but that's a different story. Hey, it's all good.
Helen says, "How about seniors?" I'm assuming she's talking about carryouts and stuff like that. Helen, we do anything we can to help customers out. It's we would definitely carry something out for a senior citizen without a doubt, right, Bing?
Oh yes,
customer service is number 1.
Absolutely. So, hey, all right. So we've been going 1 hour and 22 minutes. It seems like it flew by. It seems like no time at all. So, you got any closing remarks you want to say there, Damien? Any things you want to wrap up?
If anyone has any questions, feel free to message me. Always down to chat. Always down to hop on the phone. I'm usually pretty bored at the store sometimes. So always nice to just chat with others that are doing the same thing and learn from each other. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or insights, or if you can help me with my eBay or my bin store, hit me up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the best thing that we're trying to learn from each other is like take people's constructive criticism, take their help, and listen to everybody, man, because you never know where you're going to get value out of somebody. You're
100%. Be open.
I
right?
wanted to shout out Liquidation Pros.
Go ahead.
Hey, Daniel from Liquidation Pros. As you see, we have Damien from Nice Find, but we want to talk to you too, Daniel. That's the reason why I sent you an email. And anyone else that's out there that wants to join in and have a conversation, we would love to share ideas. Damien shared one that I didn't know, so I would love to hear from everyone else as well.
All right, perfect. All right, guys, thanks for watching the channel.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Damien, you are the man, the young guns of the business.
Oh, shout out to Stan, the cameraman.
Where's Stan? You got a camera on you? Come on, Stan. You got to say hi to everybody. We're going to have him always have the little camera on him from now on, so he can get
just pop him in.
Get in there. Where you at?
Hey.
There we go. There's my
Hey.
man. There you go. Liquidation Motivation on YouTube. Resale America, Lakeland Square Mall, Deal Days, Port Richey, and Winter Haven, Florida. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now go out there and make some money. And today we bought a $50,000 Target electronics load. Canon EOS Rebel T7. Look at this. GoPro 8, Galaxy S20, Beats Studio 3, Apple AirPods. Look at this. Uh-oh. Samsung Galaxy Buds. Apple Watch. Look at that one. Rose gold. Everybody wants rose gold. 6 terabyte. I think it's a Tab A. A Tab A. Power Beats Pro. 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 I don't even know.